everybody, welcome back to Midtown Comics TV. I'm Jennifer Ewing. We have some awesome stuff coming up for you this episode. We have some information about Deadman, who's showing up in Brightest Day, the new series. Also, Alan last weekend went to C2E2 in Chicago. So jealous. And right up now we have Jose with his recommendations. But before I let you do that, remember, May 1st is Free Comic Book Day. Mark your calendars now. You don't want to miss this.
Nova number 36 is the last issue of this fantastic series. Does a really nice lead-in into the Thanos Imperative, which is the next big space crossover by Abnett landing in the Marvel Universe. Really cool stuff. We get an invasion from Cthulhu-like thing trying to take over the planet. Nova has to make a hard choice. If you've been missing out on this series, check this one out right before you jump head deep into Secret Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy number 25. Again, another final issue for this space-based series. We get to see the Guardians in the future. We get to see a bunch of different versions of them, and we get to see the current Guardians fight Thanos. And it turns out the problem they thought they solved hasn't been solved at all. Transformer Spotlight Prowl. Really cool issue. It shows sort of what happens in between All Hail Megatron and the new Transformers ongoing. You do kind of need to know what's been happening with those two books, so pick up those trades, give them a quick read. This book was amazing, sort of treating Prowl like a beat cop. It's great stuff. Check it out.
We're here with Marjorie Liu.
Hi. Very good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. Now, you got into comics to the X-Men cartoon initially.
I did.
What drew you about the X-Men?
The interpersonal relationships, the adventure.
You, before doing comics, you were first a lawyer.
Yes. I wasn't happy being a lawyer, and so I just decided to make the transition. I decided to take the risk and just try to write something. And I always know to fall back on the law degree, but I just really wanted to try just to write something, just for the sake of writing it, and just trying to follow my dreams. And I was lucky enough to get published.
Like, I was never a huge Black Widow fan before. I always thought she was a character who had potential, but she always seemed to me to be defined by who was she around. Like, she was Daredevil's girlfriend, and she was dating Hercules when she led the Champions, and she was involved with Hawkeye while fighting Iron Man, and she never seemed to, or even when they went back into her childhood, it's like, well, the coolest thing about her childhood was she knew Wolverine and got trained by him. Now her origin's been redone a little bit. You just started the new Black Widow comic, and I read it. I loved it. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, what's the theme of her character? Who is the Black Widow for you?
Oh my gosh, the Black Widow is just an incredibly strong woman. She is so intelligent. She has such resolve. She's so... I really focus on her intelligence and resolve, more than her physical prowess.
Mm-hmm.
But she's able to sort of run rings around all these people that have superpowers, and they respect her. And yet she's just a human woman, and yet she's probably one of the most dangerous women in the world. And so I don't know. I really like to focus on that personal strength that lets her be able to walk into a room of people who can punch their fist through walls and fly and just own that space and just own their respect.
Especially with a character who at one point led the Avengers,
exactly,
a team which has had people like Thor and Iron Man
and
taking orders from her.
And they followed her for good reason, because she knows what she's doing.
If you checked out Brightest Day 0 last week, first of all, very cool issue. Secondly, maybe you're not too familiar with our narrator in it, the Deadman. Boston Brand was a circus acrobat. He actually even knew and worked with Dick Grayson's father. Dick Grayson, who you know is the original Robin, currently serving as Batman.
Fun fact, Boston Brand actually has a brother named Cleveland. No commentary.
Boston Brand was killed as part of an initiation test for a member of the League of Assassins, that group that's always doing hits for Ra's al Ghul. Boston used to have an act where he would dress up in kind of ghost-like makeup and call himself the Deadman while he did acrobatic feats. When he died, he became a literal spirit walking the earth. A voice from a being called Ramakrishna told him that he had the opportunity now to do good works on Earth, because he'd kind of been a jerk in life. As a ghost, Boston can occasionally possess people, take over their bodies, and he's used them as ways to fight evil. Only a few different superheroes have encountered him directly, such as Batman. Ramakrishna is an entity that apparently looks over the hidden city of Nanda Parbat.
Nanda Parbat's a mystical city. It hides a lot of secrets of healing, secrets of martial arts. Batman's been there. Renee Montoya, the Question, is trained there. There's a lot of really crazy cool stuff that happens there.
Due to the events of the Blackest Night, Boston Brand is now alive again. So he has to deal with the fact that for the first time in years, he has to worry about food, he has to worry about shelter, he has to worry about money. So it's going to be interesting to see what exactly he does now.
Well, that's all we got for this week. Thanks for coming back and checking us out. Make sure you swing by Midtown Comics, and on Saturday, over at the Times Square store, they're going to have Gilbert Hernandez. Hope to see you there. And on YouTube, check out Crazy Sexy Geeks series if you want to see Alan talk to Tim Gunn about superhero fashion. It's a two-parter, so there's a lot to take in. Go check it out. And make sure you check out the weekly podcast with Thor and Demetrius. We'll see you back here again soon.